Are you an insurance agent that is constantly having to walk out the door because you're not being tooled up right when you're dealing with guaranteed issue insurance? Let me tell you, a lot of insurance agents only have one little trick up their sleeve, one little tool in the chest, and that's not good. A lot of people lead hard with AIG. Great company, they really are. I love them. They do great work. But let me tell you, you gotta have other tools in your bag if you wanna bring more value to your consumer. If not, you're gonna get somebody that's 42 years old, 30 years old, has dread diseases, has all kinds of crazy stuff going on, and you can't help them. If you can't help them, you're not helping yourself, because the more value you bring to your consumer, the more knowledge base you have, the better you're gonna be. So you gotta have the right tools to take care of the right job. You wanna be able to gain traction in the homes. So if you got somebody that was like 19 with AIDS, you've got somebody that's, let's say 84 years old with kidney dialysis or Alzheimer's, you want to make sure that you can give them a good company, give them a good handshake so that you can walk out of that home with your head held high and your consumer, your prospect is like, wow, thanks for bringing value to me, because everybody else had to walk away. They had no hope until you walked in because you had the right tools for the right job. So many agents focus with guaranteed issue coverage, and they aren't being told the full truth when it comes to the 24-month chargeback risk exposure that you as an agent will experience if you sell a company like, for example, let's just say, for example, AIG. And there's a lot of others that do this. So it's called a 24-month chargeback risk. You write the guaranteed issue policy, and then what happens if the client dies? Let's say you got paid $1,000 of commission yesterday, and then 23 and a half months go by, and then your great client passes away. And that's horrible. The company will take great care of them. They're a great stand-up company. But you signed a contract that says you have a 24-month chargeback risk with that insurance company if you write guaranteed issue coverage. What that means to you as an agent is that $1,000 that you were paid, you have to pay that back in full, in its entirety, back to the insurance company, even though it was almost 2 years ago. Did you know that? Were you told that? It's important. You want to know that. You don't want to be like spinning and going, whoa, 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 it's like Christmas time 2 years later. Are you kidding me? I got to pay this $1,000 back? Really? That's going to put you into a deficit instead of in a place that you can deliver even more value without panic. So if you're dealing with guaranteed acceptance life insurance, if you're dealing with final expense guaranteed, acceptance final expense life insurance, you want to make sure, if you can, that you have the right tools that only have a 12-month chargeback risk exposure, meaning that as long as the client is living for more than 12 months, they just have to live 12 months in a day, and we don't want anyone to pass on early. We love our clients. But when you're dealing with a guaranteed acceptance or guaranteed issue risk, then let's just be real about it. They've got a lot of compromised health, great people, and the chance of them maybe passing away under 2 years, it's a lot higher than somebody that's day one coverage business. It's just a fact of life. So you want to use a company that only has a 12-month chargeback risk to you, the agent. That just means as long as the client is alive and stays on the books for over 12 months, you'll never experience a chargeback. So if a client passed on in month 13, if they passed on a year and a half or 23 and a half months in, all the commissions that you were paid, that you realized in your bank accounts, will stay there. So it allows you to keep your business going, keep your business flowing. So make sure you use a carrier that has only a 12-month chargeback risk. That's critical as well. So I hope this helps you. Forgive me for not being super eloquent today. It's my Friday. So when you're dealing with a carrier, first off, try not to use a 24-month chargeback risk carrier if you can. Try to use a 12-month chargeback risk carrier if you can. It's going to make you a better agent as far as ROI, return on investment. You're putting out money for leads, you're writing business, you want to make sure the business sticks and stays, and that you're not writing checks back to the insurance company when they pass on after a year. The companies will always do right by the consumer. They do a great job. Any company will, for the most part. But you want to make sure that you don't have to be writing checks back all the time. So 12-month chargeback risks. Hopefully you understand the difference between a 12 and a 24 now. And now I want to talk to you about having the right carriers. When you're dealing with the final expense market, they've got children. Birds of a feather fly together, right? So if somebody's got really compromised health, sometimes it's generational heart defects. Sometimes it's generational, genetic things that have struck a family, great people. I've witnessed this in all my years selling insurance. Mom and dad have a major heart defect. Sometimes all the kids do as well. So if you're locked into only age 50 to age 80 with that carrier or another carrier, you're kind of hamstrung here. You can't help anybody that's got really dread diseases unless they fit that little mold. Well, this is why you need to make partnerships and have some extra carriers that you can capitalize on bringing value to your consumer. So I'm talking about having a carrier in your pocket that can take care of somebody that's under 50. 30, 25, doesn't matter, okay? There's some great carriers that can fit that niche that you need, okay? So if you work for one of those companies that maybe ends in L or has a penny on it, or maybe you work for a company that's life at the end, there's a ton of them, right? You may not have the right tools in your chest to take care of your consumer. I don't want you losing money ever again. If you need a carrier or two to fit that 18 to age 50 demographic where you don't have any guaranteed options, reach out. I'll take care of you, okay? I can get you a contract or two if you need. I run a national insurance agency. I partner with some amazing agents across this nation, but I've got some phenomenal tools in the shed to take care of great prospects. You also may need a carrier that goes beyond the age of 80, right? So many times you deal with someone that's 85 or 86 and they've got congestive heart failure. Maybe even they're 81. And if your only tool in your chest is a carrier that doesn't do anything past the age of 80, you're not in a place where you can capitalize and help your consumer. You need to have carriers that go up to the age of 90 when you've got some dread diseases like congestive heart failure, or maybe they're 84 years old and they're on dialysis, or maybe they've got Alzheimer's. Heaven knows, okay? These sweet people, sometimes some things just happen. I want you to have the ability to meet that need for them, and then, oh, by the way, the byproduct, you're gonna make a sale, okay, and actually get paid so you can keep your business going, because this is a business. It's tough when you have to say no. It's tough when you're in a place where you didn't know or have knowledge on how you could have said yes to help that consumer so that they now have hope. Their families have the money that they need at the point in time where they need you the most, but a lot of times they just need that money the most as well, and you're the one that helped create it. So if you need carriers that, okay, are earlier than age 50 for some guaranteed issue coverage, or maybe you need some carriers that go beyond the age of 80, I've got those. If you need help, please feel free to reach out, jasonfinalexpense.com. I can definitely help you and make sure that you're in a position to capitalize on your career, because the better that you can serve your clients with these types of products, the happier you're going to be. I hate having to say no to good people when, if I just knew better, I could have said yes. So have a good one, you guys. I hope this gives you some perspective and helps you understand the chargeback risks, but I prefer to use carriers that only have a 12-month chargeback risk, or less for that matter. I can even show you some carriers that can do some modified work, and my goodness, you don't even have to worry about a chargeback risk for even 12 months. So if you need help, reach out. I'll be a resource for you in any way I can. Have a great day. Be ready for tomorrow. The weekends are coming. I appreciate you.